One of the subplots today and the team news concerns Trent Alexander-Arnold after what we saw and heard against Arsenal. He's on the bench today. Are you surprised by that?
No, I'm not. I think the way the last few games have gone, I think it's probably the easiest decision for Arne Slot to leave him on the bench. I was disappointed with the reaction against Arsenal because players on the pitch, and I don't like that. In an ideal world, I wanted Liverpool to finish as strong as possible and get into the 90s for the points. That hasn't happened, and I think that subplot of Trent has taken away some of the celebratory feeling about it. So I've been slightly disappointed about it, but it wasn't a surprise for me today that he is on the bench, and I hope he comes on, and I hope he gets the reception he duly deserves after 20 incredible years at this club, starting very low down this ladder and he's climbed every single rung to get to the very, very top.
And with that in mind, Jurgen Klopp has almost given out a passionate plea for the Liverpool fans who will be here, just to say, look, you can be disappointed, you can be angry, but he deserves your love and respect. Do you think that might sway Liverpool fans, or many of them today, from what, the previous gaffers had to say?
Yes, I hope so. I don't think they necessarily should need the words of Jurgen Klopp to do that. I think they should look at themselves, know what he's done, and appreciate what he has done for this marvellous club. So I hope that he does get the ovation he deserves. I hope he gets the credit he deserves, and I hope he leaves on a high. And I think that's what will happen today. I think they've got it out of the system, and it'll be fine.
Yeah, but you look at some of the key performers this season, Virgil van Dijk, Mo Salah, clearly those two whose contract were also up in the air for quite a while. I mean, they're going to be picking up the trophy, finally get their hand. It's going to be a special moment because they've never experienced it in front of these supporters.
It's going to be a wonderful moment for everybody concerned. The owners, the staff, the manager, his staff. Going back a year when Jurgen Klopp left and all the staff left, and Joel Matip and Thiago Alcantara, and they all sat on this pitch and all got a huge round of applause. If we knew that, 10, 11 months later, it was this type of atmosphere. I mean, it's just absolutely incredible for the Liverpool fans. Yeah,
we're still good, an hour and 15 minutes, 20 minutes away from kick-off. The atmosphere's building, Steve. It's brilliant. Macca might even get his dancing shoes on a little later.
Always.
Especially with those glasses on, but that's another story for another day. Right, let's get serious for a moment, because as they were saying, Trent Alexander-Arnold on the bench. 354th appearance and final appearance if he gets on. Jurgen Klopp back at the training ground yesterday, had an impassionate words this week. He's in the stand today. Do you expect him to get on? And do you expect the reaction to be any different?
Wow, I think that's such a big call from Arne Slot.
What would you do in his position?
It's irrelevant in terms of, obviously the league has won. It's more a question of, do you put him on to give him that celebratory feel, his final farewell? But you then risk souring the atmosphere, you risk upsetting Trent Alexander-Arnold in many ways.
And Macca thinks there that it's actually taken some of the shine off winning the league.
I agree. And we were there for the celebrations. I think around the world, people probably looked at Liverpool fans, the club, and thought, wow, almost in envy. That was so special that day. So special. The anthem, You'll Never Walk Alone, the celebrations, the flares, everything about it was so special. And then for a week later, those same people that probably were looking at Liverpool in envy and looking at Liverpool as a club and their fans were probably thinking, do you know what? I don't agree with what they're doing now. One week you love what they were doing, and the next week they're booing their own player. It wasn't good for a lot of people out there, let's say. Now, Liverpool fans will have their own views, of course they will, and they've sort of lived this, and they have the real feeling for it. So it's easy for people walking the street to say, oh, they shouldn't have done that. But, there is a lot more to the story than that. I think it's a real difficult one, whether to bring Trent on or not. I think he probably will. I don't think the boos will be as loud, but I still think there will be boos. I do. I don't think people are going to change their mind just because of what Jurgen Klopp said. But I did think that Jurgen Klopp's interview was absolutely bang on the money. I loved it. I thought it was passionate. I thought it was the right thing to say. And I couldn't have agreed with